Hi. This video I'll be talking about freedom. I mean, as you brought it up. I think that whenever you're talking about freedom, like you said, freedom, absolute freedom is impossible. For the reasons you said and for some that I'll bring up. The first one, freedom, as you said, you're basically talking about how we can't do every single thing we want, because that also includes taking away other people's freedoms. And if you're going to talk about freedom being able to do anything you want, there's also, the laws of physics. If I want to, in a single leap, jump to the moon and jog around it 3 times in, I guess, 5 minutes without dying and coming back to Earth completely intact, ready to brag, I can't do that. I'm not free to do that. And just because of that, I don't have absolute freedom in that sense. In this case, the powers that be is, I guess, the universal fabric itself, whatever causes those things to be impossible. The universe is the Walmart in this case. The universe is the YouTube that doesn't allow me to do what I want to do. And I don't know, I could even make it even more personal, like go on the flip side of things, less objective and more subjective. Maybe I have this incredible idea I want to say and I want to communicate to other people, but I just don't have the proper knowledge of vocabulary, or maybe even the proper knowledge of how I think and how to transcribe those thoughts into words. And in the end, I can't say what I want to say. I don't have perfect freedom of speech in that sense as well. So then in the end, I think that freedom is really just about being able to do what you want with what you have. I'm free to do what I can. And in the end, that's kind of a cheap way to look at freedom, because I have freedom. Maybe that's just free will in the end. I guess maybe there is no such thing as freedom. There's only free will in the sense that I as an organism can do what I want with what I have. I'm still denying, I guess, that there's a destiny and that I'm bound to follow a certain imprint, because I have a certain amount of spontaneity, I guess. But what I was about to say is that it could be cheap in the end, because let's say I'm in shackles, just like I am in shackles in the kind of laws of physics kind of way. But what if I'm just in shackles, bring it up a notch, let's say I'm a prisoner and I'm in a prison cell. I still have free will in the sense that I can do whatever I want inside the prison cell. And I guess that does make freedom something very cheap in the end. But maybe this is the way that we have to understand freedom for it not to be paradoxical. We just have to find a way to work with what we have in order to maximize the possibilities. Freedom probably isn't... I don't think freedom actually exists. I think freedom is something that we have to work with, and we have to mold, and we have to form in the way we personally act and maybe the way our society functions, in order to maximize the amount of possibilities that people will have. Because freedom in the end is just the potential. It's not about doing. We don't do everything in our lives that we're capable of. We have to pick and choose, and sometimes when we pick and choose, we have to surrender other things. Like when I guess I don't know, this is probably a very lame example, but when I want to choose to eat something, I can only eat a certain amount of things in one meal. I can't have the entire, I can't order everything I want to. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I feel gluttonous, and I'd like to eat. There's so many choices that I'd like to eat, and when I'm at a restaurant, I can only order one. I can only afford one, but I can choose. And I guess I don't know. Maybe that's the freedom I speak of. Possibility, the number of possibilities that I have. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. We just have to understand, I guess, our own limitations, and through understanding, try to surpass those limitations. And I think that's really what freedom is all about. We should stop trying to figure out what's there. You can continue trying to see, because really understanding is what's needed to, I think, to maximize freedom and to expand our possibilities. That's pretty much all I have to say.